It should be the opposite.
It's like cops. It's what they call cops in the head. This is a term where it's like if you live in an area where you're in a surveillance state,
right.
the cops become unnecessary because you start functioning as though they're
yourself.
there when they're
right.
not there. So this is called banks in the head.
Yeah.
So you have a little fucking Bank of America that has managed to work its way into your limbic system,
right.
and is sitting up there watching all your thoughts, and every thought that you have that is based on recreation, enjoying your life, not working. It's like there's a little plantation owner in your head that's like, oh, no. We don't have time to go camping this weekend. Are you out of your mind?
Can't do that.
We got to get these fucking crops cut down. You are deeply in debt.
How dare you even consider such a notion there, Charlie? Charlie, why would you think you can go outside and run around when you got all these plannings to do? Now, I know I won't be planning myself. I'll be watching. But you have to have somebody oversee, make sure everything go well now. Understand me now, Charlie?
God, anytime I can get you to do that character, I'm so happy.
You have to understand me that these crops are necessary to my survival. Now, I know you look at me thinking I'm rich up here on the porch, watching over everything. I was not. I'm looking out for you now.
And Charlie,
I'm looking out for you, Charlie.
It's important for you to recall that we did not go and pick you up from the shores of another country, but rather you wanted that Range Rover so bad, didn't you, Charlie?
Charlie, that is a nice car. That Range Rover, yeah, it does use quite a bit of gas. It does. But what doesn't? What doesn't use gas now?
Use gas these days?
20, 30, I don't know. Those are all just numbers.
That Range Rover there with that amazing iPhone connection that allows you to control your iPhone from your console.
Bluetooth, baby.
When you bought that, you knew that you would have to spend some extra time in the fields working to pay that off.
But it's worth it, isn't it? It's worth it. These comforts that we're used to. To go without is a thing that I don't want to enter my mind.
To even imagine that an adult man would think he could spend a Tuesday afternoon bicycling around his neighborhood instead of sitting at his office job and working to raise money so that he could feed his family is blasphemous and preposterous, Charlie.
Oh, how dare. How dare the idea of that offends my sensibilities.
The next thing you know, you be planting seeds in your backyard, growing food from the ground.
Oh, that's a ridiculous notion. Idea of getting down there toiling in the dirt.
Like a heathen.
Like a heathen. It's ungodly, unconscionable.
With a sun, that evil old sun causing cancer and skin lesions.
Down. You know, running's bad for your back.
And your heart. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the new studies about these marathon runners?
Have you heard about this? It's bad for your back, son. And that sun, I don't know, skin cancer's happening all the time now. I would stay inside if I were you.
For your family.
Sure, you can put on some of that sunscreen or put a shirt on, but who wants to do that?
And besides, are you really going to be out there on your bicycle when you know the newest episode of Game of Thrones has just come out?
Oh, look who's coming down. Look at that car. That's a real POS right there coming up this driveway. I'm glad I'm not in that clunk of junk running around here. Ooh-wee. What an embarrassment to be that family, that poor family over there. Ooh, how dare. I feel badly for them.
You don't want to be a scrub.
Oh, a scrub? How are you going to hit on a girl? How are you going to expect me to find sexy lady?
Sensible lady, because a sensible lady knows that a man riding a beat-up, dilapidated car is not worth his weight in salt.
Well, I believe there's an old saying that goes something to the effect of, a lady on the streets, freak in the sheets.
That's right. I think
that's what we're looking for here. And you know what? That costs money, Charlie. That costs
I believe
a bit of money.
Another wonderful saying, which is, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is how does that shit go?
I believe a scrub is hollering at you from the passenger
side of his best friend's ride. Yeah, he didn't buy it.
TLC said it.
That shit fuck. He didn't buy he's not the one in debt. The one you want is not. You want the one in debt.
You want that freedom rider.
I want a man in debt, owing that money to a bank. That's who I need.
I want them credit cards. Ooh.
Credit card debt. That's so hot to me.
Credit cards.
Yeah, that's what the ladies want. A man deeply in debt to the banks. That's what's attractive to the ladies.
You want a man who's got a good relationship with his banker. Even better than that, you want a man whose relationship to his banker happens when he sits down the john, because he is the banker. And when he takes that big, thick BM, covered in steak sauce and all sorts of fine Chardonnay.
When I smell a banker's turd, there's nothing
Ooh, that
I
good
like
banker shit. I like that banker shit.
when I wrap a banker's turd in the pubic hair of a banker's wife and smoke that on the porch of my mansion.
Oh, yeah, underground porch, though. We don't want to be getting out in that sun.
Man, I gotta tell you, man, you got me worked up, Johnny. I'm worked up. I don't know what's
pissed.
gonna happen, man. I can feel the call of the wild.